Between Loch Gilphead and Ardrishaig there's a choice of routes alongside the Crinan Canal. I've crossed the Oakfield Bridge to follow the restricted access track along the landward side of the canal. I'll return later by the towpath on the seaward side. It's a lovely clear day and I have a lovely view across the canal down Loch Gilp to Loch Fyne with the hills of the Cowal Peninsula way beyond in the distance. Ardrishaig has grown from just 4 houses before the canal was built to a town stretching some distance along both sides of it. It's clear that the canal has brought employment and prosperity to the area. Today the canal is used mainly by leisure craft, and as I approach the top lock of the Ardrishaig flight, 2 yachts are about to enter it. There are 4 flights of locks on the canal, here at Ardrishaig, then at Cairnban, at Dunardry and at Crinan. There are also 6 swing bridges like this one at Lock 4, and one that rolls out on rails. All of the locks and bridges are operated by Scottish Canal's lock keepers. They communicate to control the movement of boats to ensure smooth passage while conserving the water level of the canal. Here at Ardrishaig there are bridges at Lock 1, the Sea Lock, and at Lock 4. In order to maintain access for emergency services and residents, the lock keepers ensures that one bridge remains open at all times. I think I could become quite a gongoozler before this trip is over. For those who don't know what a gongoozler is, it's a person who enjoys watching the activities of the canals without participating in them. I hope you'll join me. After watching Coddywomple and Be Happy leave the loch on their way down, I carried on alongside the canal. They were both already into the next loch, so I left them to it. After all, when you've seen one, you've seen them all, as they say. From Loch 4, this is far and away the better side of the canal for walking and cycling. On the other side, the path leaves the canal side and goes around by the road. There's some restoration work going on at Loch 2, and just beyond is one of several information boards. They're spread along the canal and give some history of the canal, the area, and the people who lived and live here. I've tried to photograph each of them, such that you can pause the video and read the information they contain. Here as I approach the Sea Loch Road Bridge, Scottish Canal's workshops are just across the canal. The harbour has seen a fishing industry and Victorian tourism from steamers at the pier. Today around 170,000 tonnes of timber are shipped from here every year.
Bumpy.
There's some restoration work going on around the harbour, to the canal office and to the steamer terminal. Unfortunately neither were open when I visited. This is the alternative to the path I came down on, partly on the main road through Ardrishaig and partly on the local road leading to the bridge at Loch 4. It's quite clear why the path on the other side is preferable for walking and cycling. Heading back up to Loch Gilphead now, I'm leaving the blue skies behind me. The forecasted cloud from the west is setting in ahead of me. Tomorrow's weather might be somewhat duller than I've enjoyed so far. There's Wildcat, the boat I saw going into Loch 4, no doubt heading for a mooring somewhere before Cairnban. The lock keepers will be finished for the day now. This inconspicuous looking building houses a water waster. It's a mechanism to maintain the water level of the canal by automatically discharging excess water into Loch Gilp.
Cheers.
This towpath surface looks brand new. It's wide and it's smooth, perfect for walking and cycling. Coming back now to Oakfield Bridge, but rather than head back down into Loch Gilphead, I'm carrying on as far as Cairnban.
Thanks.
There's another information board here, this time about the bridges on the canal. Just up here you can see how close the campsite is to the canal. Henry's parked up just beyond those trees. Now, although I made it to Cairnban and back, I'll be back there tomorrow, so I didn't record too much of the ride. This was the route I took back into Loch Gilphead from the opposite end of the town from when I arrived. It's a bigger and busier town than I'd anticipated, and I like its wide streets, though not so much these stretches of road that are being resurfaced.
Discomfort. There's a caravan site.
Back at the campsite now, and I'm ready to get something stirred up in the Ridge Monkey. There's plenty more to come from the Crinan Canal. Thanks for riding with me. Lost in Livy.